Hello. So here I'm doing this video, and in my very usual way, not much preparation, and now I'm going to talk about some things about me and my life, and just realizations, stuff like that. So for what I've been realizing about myself, um, what has helped me is this video from Bernard that someone had saved and posted on YouTube, where he's talking about love and how it makes sense to love everyone equally as life, and to basically fight for that health and well-being for all, that all has access to money, that all has access to care. But it doesn't make sense to love anyone specifically, and that if you do so, you're going to end up in hate and in anger, and that is how the mind works. So from that, I have this phrase of to not love anyone specifically, but to love everyone equally. And I enjoy that phrasing of specifically and equally, how that rhymes a bit. And basically that's what I see for myself, what's happened with me in my last year and a half, where basically I was hanging out with Destonians, and basically that love point that I guess I had as a desire throughout my life. Before it was, I would describe it, right now I'm 30, but when I was 18, or I guess younger too, but around that time period, the way I described was I was looking for my people, my group, what it felt like my family, where I belong. And you know, part of that is real in the sense of who we need to become. We need to become like people who are expressive, who are connected, who are working together as a team, and have that boundless and limitless expression that you see like children have. That you are happiness, you are joy, you are these expressions, and you do relate with others and have a relationship with others, and it is, a community. So that part is very real. But the part that isn't real, you could say, which now I'm seeing, is this part of loving someone specifically. Loving a specific person, because that's what I see happen with me this past year and a half, when I started having relationships and friendships with Estonians, and with having met face to face in the flesh, it became that point of, let's say love being real, in a sense, that point being activated within me of it being someone specific and specific people, and that led then to all these emotions, all these expressions, or these reactions, like Bernard was describing the video of anger or hate or fear, or basically anything that. And now it's been like the experience where it's basically any emotion, where it's like whenever, like, I almost in a way feel like I'm just like everyone else, or that's how I've been a year and a half this past year, is like I've become like everyone else, and how I see others acting and talking, and their motivations, what motivates them, how they see the world, how they function. It is very much in relationship to specific people and specific things. It's something that's really personal. It's like a story or a movie or TV show where that is how people are. It's very clearly defined. Like in TV shows that I've watched, you have like the group of the good guys or the people, and they're very close knit, and they're like a family. And that's kind of what it is. And that's how most people operate. That's how everyone operates. But of course, that is the problem. And that's what I'm saying, it's a problem. But it is, you see it in movies and TV shows, and in a way, I want to say it's a fantasy, but of course, it's our currently lived reality. But I want to say that it's a fantasy of thinking that living this way and acting this way, like sacrificing your life to save certain people or doing everything to save certain people, even if it hurts other people, kind of thing. It's like this fantasy of this thing of specific people, loving specific people. And when I say this, I understand that everyone who, like I said, everyone lives this way anyway. With your friends, with your family, with your loved ones, with your children. That's how people are. They love people specifically, and they have these specific relationships that becomes more important and becomes their sense of worth and their identity and their personality. And like how Bernard was saying in this video, that is the problem, because that leads to all these hate, all these possessions, all these emotions. And the solution that makes sense would be loving everyone equally, like how he said, where you're loving the life that is in everyone, and that life is equal. You are simply recognizing who everyone and everything is. You recognize it as yourself, and in a way that's almost like transcending ego, transcending the self, transcending this idea of individuality, or this idea of, I guess, specificity would actually be the right word. It's about becoming this thing which sees all as a group and all as one, and thus equal. Seeing the value of everyone, because living that way as well, living the way of specificity, individuality, you have love and you have hate, and living this way, which is how I've been living this past year, you see certain people as evil or worse or less or greater. You have this idea, and this you start compartmentalizing everyone, labeling everyone, instead of the opposite, which we say would be real living, which would be seeing everyone as simply as one, seeing Donald Trump as one with everyone, seeing the pedophiles as one as everyone. In which I say that because I know some people are caught up in conspiracy theories, which has to do with pedophilia. So seeing the pedophiles as one with you, seeing the murderers as one with you, seeing the ones who kill kittens and puppies and dogs for pleasure as one with you, and to really truly be able to see that oneness and equality as that. And the way I'm speaking right now, I'm saying it right now, I haven't been able to speak this way with such clarity, with such understanding. And that's what I'm doing now, is this shift to really see us all as one and equal. Like truly. Every single person, the people who I've been calling evil or been seeing as evil or seeing as bad or having these reactions, to love everyone equally as that life. And I realized that's what Bernard did, and with the demons, with everyone, everything that existed. But it's not about Bernard, it's about life, and we are life, and that is our destiny. That we have to live that oneness and equality, truly, fully. Really stand with and as everyone and everything. And that is what we have to do. And so that's what I've been realizing, working on, and going through. Dropping the loving people specifically, and going to loving more equally. And so letting go of this personal, you could say this personal attachments, but it's so funny how that phrase, personal attachments, that came from so many years of spirituality. elite, the whatever is your boogeyman, whatever is your monster, and that you're calling, whatever is your Satan. So that is what we need to do and get to, and what I need to help with showing, and what I need to live. And it's very much, it's a self-work. And this is just the beginning. And for me, it's just the beginning, and I'm literally just sharing this out of the blue in a way. I did not have planned for this, but I know I've stopped videoing, stopped blogging, and I want to start doing that again. And starting with this most real thing that I've been working on, personal thing, is the best way. Because it's always about whatever is here that you're working on self. That's why it's easy. That's why I don't need preparation. I'm just saying what it is that I've been working on. And I know that it's tough to tell someone or to hear that the way forward would be stop loving people specifically because you have children and you have partners, and how you live and how you act and how you live your life is in this way how we all do, which is within this idea that having your friends or your loved ones, or and that becomes your personality, and that defines who you are, and that defines yourself. And that's what I've been living as. And for me, what that only led to was just more emotions and just blaming that I couldn't stop, really, and anger I couldn't stop. And it was only through just seeing all as equal, and that is what leads to freedom. And any anger you would have is the same for any person, or any fear you would have is the same for any person, or any love you would have is the same for any person. It's not, no one is more or less than anyone else, including yourself. And that is the way where that lets you be free to actually live and express, and actually be there for others in a grand way. You can really guide others. You can really listen to their arguments and shit, and them even yelling at you right in your face, and you're able to sit there and smile and support them. You really become someone or something that can actually help and make a difference in this world, because that's what we need. With all this technology and all this money, with these 9 billion humans, the thing that's going to make a difference in this world is self-change. No amount of money will make that difference. It's self-change that hasn't happened. It's self-example that hasn't happened. And this is what's going to change the world. Some radical person is really able to stand with everyone and speak about that point openly, easily, and with clarity. And that word and that message will spread, and people will be guided. That is how we stop the fighting, the war. That is how we're going to fix things. Okay. Thank you very much.